All right, so one of the questions that I get asked a lot is what do I take or how do I prepare? What gear do I take, right? So today we're gonna go a little bit over it since I'm gonna have to pack a little bit different. All right, so let's run intro. Begin with, this is my regular backpack. All right, this is usually what I take. It's a Forerunner 20 and it's a camelback. And backpacks are essential. Not every single backpack works the same way or is designed to do the same things. So even though that camelback is sort of like my favorite, it's the one that I take just about anywhere, it's not gonna be good for what is gonna be going on. So I'm gonna be taking this one here, all right, and I'm gonna be transferring some of the essential stuff from there. The first thing that I'm gonna be transferring is water. The next thing I want to transfer from that bag to this bag is my emergency kit. I'm not gonna go through what I have right here yet. That's gonna be for another video. But this is my emergency first aid kit. All right, so let's throw that right there down on the base. Another thing that I'm gonna be transferring is 2 extra bottles of water. It's always good to have extra bottles of water. The thing that I'm transferring over is food, snacks. Enough food, beef jerky, bars, and a goo. Another indispensable stuff not to forget will be a headlight. A flashlight that you can just put in your head. So at the time we actually walk out of the mountain, it may be dark. So it's always good to have, something to see and fresh batteries. Another thing that I'm gonna be packing, because this may not be needed until later on into the hike, it may be even before. So one of the things that I'm gonna be packing at the end is a jacket. All right. So one of the things I had to do is I gotta put it in waterproof bag. So I have packed the one jacket into this waterproof bag, and now it's gonna go in the bag padding. So this is another layer that I'm gonna be wearing. This is the vest. All right, so this is gonna go on top. So this is gonna be another layer of weather protection that is gonna go in another waterproof bag. All right, so the little vest is already on this bag right here and ready to be packed. One more emergency layer. Remember, these are light, so it's not too heavy, but it provides really good insulation. Just remember to always pack everything on waterproof bags. It's not like you're gonna be submerging your backpack in water. Like you put your bag in the snow and you have to put things in the snow and stuff like that. Water is gonna be repelled out of this. Your clothing is not gonna be absorbing any of the water, even though they may be waterproof or weatherproof. They still have a good. You still have a good protection. And it helps you pack. It helps you compact everything, so it gets here nice and tight. Some of the things that I'm gonna have to pack on top that had to be accessible is a harness, a climbing harness, in case I had to use the rope rappel or climb. Also traction. I'm gonna be taking 2 types of traction. I'm taking these boots right here, so it's not the typical mountaineering boots that I was planning. So the crampons that I showed you last video will not work on these boots. So for these boots, I'm taking these little crampons. These are kind of like universal crampons. Pretty good still. All right, so we're gonna put these crampons into a nice bag here so they don't hook anything. And the next type of traction that I'm gonna be taking, depending on the snow, will be micro spikes. They come with a nice little package. These ones are the most common ones. These do not replace crampons. Okay, so this is not a replacement for this. They have their place at their time. Now, have I used these ones to do really tactical climbs when I shouldn't? Yes, I have. Many people have and survived. Yeah, so they do not replace. And when you wear these ones, make sure they fit nice and tight. So let me show you with a boot. All right. So this is how the microspikes will fit on the boot. Notice it went all the way up properly, and these are nice and tight. They will bend. They will give you flexibility. This will stretch. The rubber band here, oh, it's not a rubber band, but elastic thing. It will keep you. It will keep tension, and this does not really move. It's not loose. All right. You gotta make sure that the spikes that you wear, they're properly fitted for your boot or shoe. You could wear these on running shoes. A lot of trail runners do that. All right, they put it on their tennis shoes, but it has to be snug. If this is moving, going around, it's not gonna help you. It's gonna help, but it's not gonna do the job as it's supposed to. This is the way they're supposed to fit. All right, nice and snug. Nice and tight, not loose, not hanging, not like shaking. This is the way they're supposed to fit on your boots. Another thing that I'm gonna be putting on the backpack here is these bad boys. These are gaiters for your legs. The boots come out through here and it wraps your legs. These do two things. With the crampons, it prevents any accidental rubbing and tearing of your pants. You know, this is thicker, harder material. This is more flexible and stuff. So it does that, right? It protects your pants, protects your clothing, protects yourself from cutting yourself because they're sharp. And if you hit yourself, it will not only rip your pants, but it will potentially cut you as well, right? So it protects you. It protects the snow from entering your boot and getting your feet wet. And it provides some insulation as well to your leg. Another thing that I'm taking is beanies. So I'm gonna take two types of beanies, one really light and more thicker beanie. So you could actually wear one on top of the other one and then you got really good protection. And a hat. And I'm taking two pairs of gloves, right? And obviously a more insulation type of a glove. Just to show you really quick. This will be kind of like a glove that you will wear, and then this, if it gets too cold, will go like this. All right, so that's kind of like how it goes. It's like a liner. Another thing that is gonna go on the top, goggles. Another thing that I'm gonna be wearing, I'm gonna be taking with me, sorry, is the snowshoes. So I'm gonna be taking the snowshoes. Not so sure if they're gonna be used or not, but I'm taking them. Just in case. Another thing that I'm gonna be wearing, gaiters, you know, on my neck. I'm gonna be taking 3 gaiters. Depends on how cold it gets. This is gonna be my base more than likely, or this one, and more than likely this is gonna be my top one. I'm gonna be wearing this on my wrist, and when I start to kind of like wipe my eyes, you know, my sweat gets on my eyes, it drips, so kind of like go like this, you know, kind of like cleaning my face out of excess sweat. So usually I take 2 of these. When you're walking in the snow, it's always a good idea to carry some kind of head protection. I'm gonna be taking a helmet. This is a Mammoth helmet. It's a climbing helmet. Another thing that I'm gonna be taking is a rope. It's a dry cord, so it's not gonna get wet. It's not gonna get frozen regardless of anything. It is an 8mm rope, dynamic. It is actually a twin rope, but for what I'm gonna be doing, this is good enough. I could do rescue if needed, hopefully not, but it's good to always have rope and a little bit of hardware. So another of the stuff that I'm gonna be strapping to the backpack will be these bad boys here, my axes. So this is the axe, this is the hammer, and they're gonna be strap at the outside of the backpack. I'm gonna be showing you, and then I'm gonna be taking trekking poles. I'm gonna be taking this bad boy here with me. All right, so finish strapping to the backpack. So this is how it will look. This is the bottom part. This is where my head is gonna go. All right, so this is how this is gonna be, and my helmet is gonna be strapped right on top. All right, so the backpack is pretty much ready. I'm gonna be showing you now what I'm gonna be wearing to begin. So I'm gonna start. You already saw the boots that I'm gonna be wearing tomorrow. Socks. Next thing, obviously underwear. Since it's gonna be kind of cold, I'm gonna be wearing it's kind of like a long john, kind of like tights. It's a layer 8, and then I'm gonna be wearing a soft shell pants. All right. Layer that I'm gonna be wearing next is this one, a little thicker on my chest. I'm gonna be wearing. So this is pretty good. So I'm gonna be wearing this one on the bottom. I'm gonna be wearing a shirt. So not so much insulation, but it's okay. Perhaps I'm gonna be adding this sweater here. Really light, really warm, and a vest. I'm gonna be wearing this vest. This is gonna be what I'm gonna be wearing here, and that's pretty much it. All right, let's go. I'll see you in the trails.